Today I'm at Terhaerst here in Germany, and you may see some of these machines and be questioning, what are we talking about today? Well, if you saw the original sign, this company has been around for over 100 years, in fact, since 1906. And the evolution of this story with the two brothers that run it today, originally invested in by their father in 1999, is all about gears. But gear making the original way, as you see here, on a machine, traditionally done, a little bit slow but reliable, and to be fair, paid off, making money, still running, as they say. Maybe they don't make them like they used to, or maybe they do. Let's step into the next room where I have Lawrence waiting for me to talk about a brand new investment in a brand new Liebherr machine that has taken them from 1 per day to 5 per day, 5 per week, 25 per week. But it's not just about that. It's a small shop with a legacy and a history. So I want to learn more about what gave them confidence to invest in a very expensive machine in today's day and age and to really produce high quality parts. Some of this seems obvious, but let's step inside to get the real story, the real case study. So follow me. Well, my friends, here's Lawrence, and I know I promised you a case study. This is a case study, I promise. Yes, we know Lawrence is from Liebherr. Yes, we know the machine is from Liebherr. It is unfortunate that I don't know more German than Guten Tag, Guten Morgen, Prost, Vielen Dank. This is about all the German I know.
It's enough.
They tell
Most
me
important.
that, but not enough for an interview.
Absolutely.
But this is a case study, so Christian, could you please? This is our friend Christian. Good to see you, Christian.
Nice to meet you.
Yes. This is a real case study. However, because my German is poor, we're going to do this in English, and then we're going to bring Christian back on to make sure what Lawrence and I have said is actually true, because we want you to understand how important this story is. So, Christian, we'll see you again soon.
See you again.
Okay. Lawrence, let's get to the story, my friend. You've been here before. You've been a part of this. This is what we would consider a small shop, I believe. We have definitely increased productivity. But if we're using a machine from the 1960s and we invest in a new Liebherr machine, we darn sure better increase productivity.
Absolutely.
So for me, it's almost more about this, the audience understanding that Liebherr isn't just for high production, but it can be for small and medium shops as well.
Absolutely.
And also the ease of use and the ease of installation through your team. So let's take this one by one. I do want to talk about the production, but let's first start with the fact that this is a company that is fairly small and is investing in Liebherr. So let's talk about that story.
I mean, here in Terhaerst, there are 8 people working in this shop floor. 8 people producing all the gears. I mean, Christian is the owner. I mean, he's running the machine. He's the operator, you know, as the CEO, he's the operator on the machine, so he's all in one. And that's incredible to see. And he also told me that it was super easy to learn. I mean, until now, he had no learning on that machine, like official training. So just when that installation happened, he was amazed by that installation. So fast, so easy. He said it's the most easy, the quickest installation he had in this shop floor with also all the other machines. And he got his training while the guy was installing the machine. And after that, he was just able to run the machine, you know, because everything was just so easy. And so he just told me he had some problem on how to program it, and he was able to solve this problem by his own because, you know, it was just so easy. So he could adapt the process, that he could go around this problem of process parameters and so on.
Yeah,
so,
I love this screen, by the way. Just go ahead and tap that and keep it on. I've heard you use the word easy a few times, and I think that's significant because not only is it easy, but I've been talking to him as well, by the way. I've been asking questions as well. He really enjoys the machine, right? It's almost like a kid in a candy store with a new toy making parts. So knowing the enjoyment, knowing the ease of installation, how quickly it was done, and that he likes to utilize this. Something I want to highlight before we move into part production increase is we're in a part of Germany right now, a fairly small company, where it might be kind of hard to find people who know how to make gears. This ease of use allows someone to come in and fairly quickly adapt to the machine as well, right?
Exactly. I think that's also a possibility with this new machine, which gives the possibility for Terhaerst in the future to continue producing gears, because you know they have some old machines from the 60s. No one knows how to operate them. You have to change gears, calculate process parameters and so on. So no chance to find someone for that. But I mean, you have new machines. It's still difficult for them because they're quite small company, but it's still possible to make it. Yeah.
I think we need to find people that were born in the 1940s to run the 1960s machines. Not a whole lot of those still working right now, right? We've gone into retirement.
Yeah.
And so you're right. But now let's talk about the productivity. To me, as I opened this up, Lawrence, and we had a little laugh about it, it better, right? It better. It's a brand new machine, and the other one's from the 1960s. We're currently making 5 parts in a day to 1 part per day, 25 per week versus 5 per week. And I believe we could even double that output at some point as we become more familiar, as work coding comes into it. But can we take a quick look at the old machine so the audience knows exactly what we're looking at?
Sure, yeah, let's go. Let's take a look.
This is it, huh?
That's it. I mean, look at the control.
This is... Okay, 2 things. Before we go back to the other machine. 1, I love it. This is like the heart of manufacturing. And it's 2, I don't think I could run it.
No.
You either?
No, no chance. Let's go back.
Let's head back.
Yeah.
Incredible, right? Incredible. Yeah, incredible to see that thing still working. For someone like me, I'm like, is this a museum piece? Wait,
Absolutely.
It's still making money?
Let me joke you. They just sold an old machine to an industry museum in Czech Republic.
That's incredible. Incredible for everyone involved. All right. So productivity has increased as well. Let's talk a little bit about the machine and its capabilities for people out there that go, 5 to 1, 1960s to 2020 plus, 26 plus, right? It better. But let's talk about the machine capabilities and why this output is so easy.
Yeah, what happened here at Terhaerst is that they used to run on the old machines like almost 1 part per day on one machine. And so his day looked like, you know, setting up the machine in the morning, working in the office, going back in the evening, taking out the part and bring it to shipment. And so what happened now is he has his laptop right next to the machine because, I mean, this machine, we wanted to show that this part on the video, but we were too slow starting the video because the part is already finished, right?
Yeah, thank goodness we had a camera in there for that part as well, yeah.
Exactly. So what happened now is that his office is now right here at the machine because the machine is too fast and it's not worth for him to, you know, walk all the time behind over there. So he just basically put his office right next to the machine. That's most easy for him. And I mean, he loves it. That's his place. And we saw him running around. It's like his home.
Yeah.
Yeah. And from the production increase, we see that he's, you know, because of order stock and so on, he's driving with like not so aggressive parameters because he wants to save tool life in this job shop area. He's really focusing on costs, which makes absolutely sense. And this is why for some parts, he's really focusing on tool costs and not so much on the running time of the part because, I mean, he can do emails right next to it, no problem.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, but the machine is able to go up to module 16 parts. So he just told me that the next part will be module 12, so already quite bigger. And the machine is up to module 16, and he just said that this big table helps him also a lot. So the fun fact, it's a new table for this machine, yeah. And the big diameter of the table plate helps him to set up the machine, to set up the big parts and being much more stable and more flexible in production for that.
Lawrence, I want to ask you something. I hope you know this answer. I'm sure Christian does, and he might be able to convey this in German at some point. But if I am a shop, a small shop, we started this out 8 people, right? We have already shown the machines that are from, you know, the 1960s, 1970s, these older machines. I imagine it's quite a leap in courage and trust to work with Liebherr and say, yeah, we're going to buy it. We're gonna give this a try. And yes, productivity is there. We know it's there. Return on investment, we know it's there within a couple of years. But we still have to trust the people we're working with. We still know this is a major investment, and we need to bring the work in to make this work. I bring all this up because I promise you there's folks out there right now who have machines that are making them money, that are all the way paid off, while they simultaneously know if they invest in a new one, they're going to double, triple, quadruple their productivity. Yeah. But it does take courage to take that step, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Maybe let's Christian answer this question. I think so. Please, Christian.
Christian, and I know that that Liebherr has done a video with you previously, so now you are a professional on camera. But we're gonna let you in German convey this message, and I think you may want to ask it again, right, Lawrence?
Yes. Die Frage war, was hat dich überzeugt, zu Liebherr zu gehen? Weil ich sag mal, es ist ja schon eine Investition in die Maschine. Was war der Grund, der ausschlaggebende Grund, dass du gesagt hast, ja, ich gehe den Weg mit Liebherr mit und das überzeugt mich und ja, ich habe Vertrauen.
Das Gesamtkonzept von der Firma Liebherr hat einfach zu uns gepasst. Also die Bearbeitungsgrößen, die Größe der Zahnräder, die ich auf der Maschine fertigen kann, von Modul 1 bis Modul 16, die Durchmesser, die ich auf der Maschine fertigen kann. Dann auch der Service, die Erstberatung, der Verkauf war exzellent von der Firma Liebherr. Auch dann die Installation, der Aufbau, die Einweisung war top. Also ich bin jeden Tag von der Maschine 100% überzeugt und werde jeden Tag auch wieder eine Maschine von Liebherr kaufen. Ich bin 100% Fan von dieser Maschine. Also,
ja, freut mich zu hören.
Ja. That's it. You got it.
I mean, you see his eyes.
Yeah, they're lighting up. Okay, from my perspective, this tells the story, right? This is
absolutely.
This is for all of you out there who are considering taking that leap. Christian did it. You can did it. Obviously, Liebherr is here as well. This is the confidence we need. These are the stories. Christian, I am so sorry I don't speak better German.
I'm sorry I didn't speak better.
I think the more he speaks, the better he is. Maybe we should do this all again with Christian in English, right? Or maybe 1 or 2 schnapps, and then more English.
And it's much more easier at some schnapps.
Okay, Lawrence, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Christian, thank you as well. We definitely appreciate you. As we all know, gear making is an art, and an art that has been going on for a long time. And let's never underestimate gears. They're everywhere, in everything, as we back through cars right now. Gear making is so very important. And as you can see here at Terhaerst, over 100 years of history, something that stands out the most to me is just the longevity and paying attention to how things are being done correctly as everything evolves, as time evolves, as industry evolves, as technology evolves. It's a great case study, in my opinion, something I learned a lot from today. And what I took maybe the most from this wasn't necessarily the production increase, because we all know Liebherr to be the best at gear making, and we knew a machine from 1960s to today is going to produce better. What stood out to me was the ease of implementation, the ease of use, and being able to immediately start making parts, and the adaptability of a company to say, we need to do this, to take care of our customers out there, to make sure that they get the best products as well, even though we've been doing this for 100+ years. Incredible. Off to the next one.